He said 2027 opposition coalition driven by power hunger, not public interest. Now, let me read about one or two paragraphs here. Former Senator Shehu Sani, who represented Kaduna Central in the National Assembly, has criticized the ongoing opposition coalition efforts aimed at unseating President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general election, saying it lacks genuine commitment to the public good. During an interview on Channels televisions, the morning brief, Sani argued that the coalition, comprising key political figures like Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi, and Nasir El-Rufai, is primarily motivated by frustration and exclusion from power rather than any principled ideological differences with the ruling party. Now, I don't want to go further, it reads further, but I'm surprised he didn't mention Peter Obi, because someone like me will add Peter Obi's name here. I mentioned earlier, because this is my as perfect and impeccable as Peter Obi is politically and administratively. I have a grudge against him. I supported him. You and I supported him in 2023 election. There's no doubt about that. But his action after the 2023 election, after the result was announced, was that is what actually disappointed me, and I believe that is you too feel at least, if not the same or something close to that, because I just felt he couldn't do what I expected him to do because of what Shehu Sani is talking about here. Now, all these politicians, Atiku, Nasir El-Rufai, and Peter Obi, all of them, there's one thing. Okay, let me focus on Peter Obi, because Peter Obi is not. No one comes close to matching his record. He is the best. There's no doubt about that. He is the most impeccable politician I have ever known in the history of Nigeria. For at least the one I know. And tell me, anyone, if you have anybody in mind, you are viewers, if you have anybody you think can match Peter Obi, please just send in the name. Mention a name to us at the comment section. Mention the name to us. Let's dig into that. But so far, as an adult that I am, at my age, I've not read or had anyone that has close to Peter Obi's record. So he has all those qualities. But there is one thing that he lacked, or he lacks. That is what he lacked after 2023 election, and that is what he still lacks up to now. The passion. The passion. And that is what all Nigerian politicians that we know that are on ground today, that's what all of them lacks. Peter Obi is better than them, far better than them, but he lacks this passion. Because this passion is what could have actually spurred Peter Obi into acting differently from the nonsense he did after that 2023 election. And for those of you, if you want to hear in details of what I expected him to do, please watch our other episodes. So I don't want to expatiate on that. Barrister, what is your thought on what Shehu Sani just mentioned here?
Well, by and large, what Shehu Sani said is correct. The Nigerian politics is not played in accordance with what is good for the Nigerian nation. It's played for personal power and aggrandizement. So it is not a surprise that when you are not in power, you seek ways to come to that power. Because it's from that power that your financial empire or financial dealings multiply. It is from that power that you exercise your personal authority. So you look at the coalition people, you look at El-Rufai, you can see his frustration. If he had been appointed a minister in Tinubu's government, will he be in the opposition today? Certainly not. Will he be criticizing Tinubu's policies or government? Certainly not. Atiku Abubakar, you can see his frustration on not becoming the president and looking forward for any opportunity that we make him the president. Again, like you said, the odd person out is Peter Obi in that coalition. I did not expect him to be in that coalition. I don't want him to be in that coalition because number one, he should separate himself from these self-serving, self-seeking people. He should separate
Yeah,
himself
but Barrister,
from the rot.
but Barrister, hold on. If he separates himself, you said something in our previous topic on this episode. You made mention of something when we were talking about Fubara. You said anybody who tries to do the right thing, the establishment will kick you out, and they will kick you out into the cold, political cold
Yes.
winter. So that's the point. So don't you think that's exactly what Peter Obi is afraid of? That is why he's trying to play with them, and that is where the issue of passion comes to play.
No, we are not saying different things. If he wants to operate within the system, believe me, his wing will be clipped at a certain point. My take, which I have repeated on your show all the time, is that he should serve as a rallying point for Nigerians for a revolutionary moment. But of course, we believe that he does not have the spirit and the strength of character to do that. He does not have. That's why he's forced to operate within the system. Anybody who wants to enter into this system, I can guarantee you his output, his good heart, his energy will be reduced to less than 1/5 in terms of what he can contribute to the national progress. I would have preferred him to stand outside this current political system and mobilize Nigerians for a revolutionary takeover of the government.
Yeah,
I don't want to associate him with the likes of Atiku Abubakar, the likes of Peter Obi, the likes of Amechi, who are now the leading lights of
honestly.
coalition and opposition. There is nothing that we can say that is a shining light among all these people, among Atiku Abubakar, among Rufai, among Amechi. Who else? We see their antecedents. We see their greed. We see their nepotism. Each of them. But Peter Obi, who should have been different, has thrown himself into that.
I'm talking about nepotism. This is a man who none of his family members. When he was the governor, nobody heard about his wife bullying people around. Nobody heard about his son. Nobody heard about. In fact, his children are I think they are professionals. They live abroad. I think they school and they live abroad. Or they are I think one of his daughters, either a pharmacist or I forgot him, but both of them are professionals. His son is busy doing his own business. So, and besides, have you ever heard of any governor who employed an ADC that is completely out of his tribe, the line of his tribe? This man employed, his ADC was a Kanu man, a Hausa man. Who does that? So I don't know. Peter Obi has a whole lot of qualities, so many qualities. Unfortunately, he just lacks this one important quality, which is the passion. And honestly, what he's doing right now, to me, has become irritating to me. That's just the truth, because he attends all events, any event, even if they are doing naming ceremony here, you see Peter Obi there. You invite Peter Obi, he will be there. Someone is sick at the hospital, you will see Peter Obi there, or whatever. He just visits anywhere. Honestly, I see desperation in him. I do not see passion, because what he's doing is just desperation. He craves power. He actually wants power. There's no doubt about that. Unfortunately, he does not have what it takes to actually take power. Like I always say, power, you don't take power by being a reverend father or a pastor or by preaching peace and preaching unity or whatever. You take power by being aggressive. Power and aggression, they are 5 and 6. They are intertwined. If you say you cannot separate these two, if you are seeking power and you do not have aggression, aggressive or a driving a driving spirit, aggressively driving spirit, you go nowhere. That's exactly what Peter Obi has. Peter Obi has all the qualities, but he does not have. That's the problem. It takes two to tango. You can't. It's inseparable. So he has all the qualities, but he does not have the aggression to actually take power. It doesn't, and that aggression comes with passion, because passion is what will lead you to fighting and fighting. Look at Donald Trump today, for God's sake. Donald Trump has come forward back for the second term. He first of all won through aggression in the first term. Because that is what, Barrister, going to your point, coming back to your point, this is exactly what it takes. This is exactly what it takes to be courageous, to get power. Because you can see, like Donald Trump, the first time, sorry, I just skipped my mind. Coming back to your point, this is what exactly it means to actually play outside the establishment, to play the politics, to pursue power outside the establishment. Trump did it in the first term. And that's what happened. Because when you are playing outside, because Obi again does not have that spirit, he does not have that passion, he does not have that aggression. That's why he's playing along. That is his weakness, playing along with the establishment. He wants to get power through the establishment. Now, juxtapose it with Trump. Trump because he has all it takes to actually do it outside the establishment. He did it outside the establishment. He has his money, he has his popularity. Peter Obi has a part of what Trump has, because Peter Obi is rich, he's a billionaire as well. So that again, he fits into that. He has the administrative skills and the temerity, and the impeccability to do the right, to do it well. But he lacked that passion and aggression that Trump has in quantum. He has it in immeasurable level, at immeasurable level. That is just it. So the thing is, if you want to walk, just like you said, if Peter Obi wants to walk outside the establishment, he needs that aggression, but which he lacks. The aggression comes with passion, and that is just it. So it's unfortunate. That is the reason. This is the reason why I think Peter Obi, he missed that one singular and unprecedented opportunity in 2023. This time around, such opportunities don't come twice in one's lifetime. Honestly, I don't think he will. He won't get there. He won't. That's just the unfortunate aspect of it.
All these things we are saying, the way our people, Nigerian people, will understand it is that he does not have liver. In the Nigerian
Correct. He don't get liver. That's it.
He does not have the liver to lead the Nigerian struggle.
Yes, that is it.
If you put it like this, everybody will understand.
Yeah, he don't get liver.
They know that for you
that's just it.
Get certain things or do certain things, you must have a liver. That's the way the average Nigerian.
Yeah, that's it. So for those
he does not have the liver to lead the struggle to bring Nigeria out of his quagmire.
Yeah, unfortunately, that he doesn't have it. And some of you will ask also, what is the option? The option is not democracy. We can't achieve that. Nigeria cannot achieve greatness through democracy. Democracy is not meant for us. It is not for our environment. It is not for our culture. It is not our thing. That is just it. That's just the reality. There's no doubt about that. All right, Barrister, let's move to the next topic. All right, I don't know. There is this issue of initially last month up to part of this month. It had to do with opposition governors decamping to APC. It was a trend. Now another trending political matter now is governors, actually opposition governors, that is the APC governors, now promising, APC politicians, not just governors, now promising Tinubu of votes. If Akpabio did that, promised Tinubu 2-point-something million votes come 2027. Now, Edo State governor is promising Tinubu 2-point-something million votes again. So it has become a trend now that politicians are coming out to promise the president, our so-called president, votes, millions of votes. I don't know, Barrister, what is your take on this? Because this whole system, this political system is just, the corruption does not even know bounds. It has no bounds anymore.
These promises are something in the birds in the air. And I take it that as politicians being hyperbolic rather than talking anything near reality. The governor of
no, but you know what they mean there by that. They're not promising the governor of genuine votes.
No, that's what I'm saying. The governor of Delta, that is Opobole, that made this promise. How many votes did he get to become governor? Less than 400,000 votes. Somebody who got less than 400 votes is promising 2.5 million votes to another person. Does that make sense?
He's a governor of Edo State governor, not
Delta. Edo State. He got less than 400,000 votes to emerge as a governor. And his promising, has Edo State ever delivered up to 2 million votes cumulatively? That is together with all the candidates in any election in Nigeria. They have never clocked up to 2 million votes. So where will he get 2.5 million votes to give to Tinubu, and still other people will still get votes? So when you hear some of these kind of talks, everybody wants to ingratiate himself with the president, with Tinubu, by making all that kind of promise that they know within themselves that they cannot deliver. Where will he get 2.5 million votes? If you look at the voting pattern, even from 1999 election till now, I don't think there has been anywhere that the voting this thing has reached 60% in terms of the registered voters in the state, in any particular state. So all these promises, everybody, the man crossed over from PDP to APC. So they are struggling and fighting over themselves, who will ingratiate himself, who will get closer to President Tinubu in the context of Nigerian politics. So under that atmosphere, they make all manner of statements. So it should not be taken as a serious statement, because Edo cannot bring out those votes. Kano, for instance, that...
Yeah, but Akpabio promised the president the same thing. Anyway, we all know what it means.
Akwa Ibom, we are talking reality as opposed to promises. Akwa Ibom has never brought 2 million votes cumulatively for all political parties at any point since 1999. Kano State has the largest registered voters, but it has never brought up to 4 million votes at any time in the history of elections in Nigeria. So promises are one thing, reality is different. But the focus of the promise is to ingratiate themselves with the president. That is what is it. That's all. They know they cannot deliver that amount of votes.
No, they can. What are you talking about? What are we talking about, Barrister? They can. The problem is you are giving your opinion based on a sane environment, a credible environment.
Based on the votes that we have been having all this while that have catapulted people to power.
You are taking all those. You are taking votes seriously. You are taking the that means you are speaking as if you are taking the election seriously. Now these people are making these promises. That's to tell you what they intend to do. They are going that these votes are not going to be genuine votes. They are only going to produce artificial votes to the president, to INEC.
Even with the artificial votes, I can guarantee you that it will not be up to that.
Yeah, but
let's just take it that
Barrister, you have
exaggerating the votes.
You have done so many election cases. Hold on. You've done so many election cases. You are very experienced with election cases. For God's sake. Let's even come down to the closest, the nearest, the latest 2023 election. Even you yourself, we talked about this issue of election votes not tallying with election record. That's the point. We've had this situation over the years, up to the latest one, where the votes counted didn't tally with the votes on record.
But look at it.
Yet they still declare the person winner. That is exactly that's my point. The point I'm trying to make here.
That point is well taken. He will be declared winner. But when they talk about the quantum of votes, that one is not realizable. But he will be declared winner. Look at the total registered voters in Nigeria, about 90 million. How many people were alleged to have voted in 2023? Less than 20 million. For all the three political parties, for all the three major Labour Party, PDP, and APC. When you say you have 90 million voters and then less than 20 million voted, meaning that 70 million did not vote, according to, or if we go by the registered voters. But somebody was declared elected. So at the end of the day, they will generate votes and the man will be declared elected, lawfully or unlawfully. But when I hear of 2.5 million votes, I write it off. But they will generate votes.
That's the point. That's my point.
To enable Tinubu to be re-elected. That one we all know. I have said it before, that the man will not rely on the legitimate and lawful votes of Nigerian people. And that is why he can boast. He can boast that no coalition, he has been boasting that no coalition can defeat him. You heard him,
yeah,
that no coalition can defeat him.
That
those people are just
he
has everything.
He has everything. Security
he doesn't need all those millions and millions and millions of votes to win. He just needs majority votes to be declared to win.
That is it. And INEC will do that for him. And that's why I just think all the mega coalition and whatever, they're just wasting their time and resources and money. I expect everybody Nigerians and politicians to just channel their energy into a revolution, into ushering in a revolution for Nigeria. Truly, at least to have a starting point.
They have forgotten. People like Rufai have forgotten that you are not dealing with a weak personality like Jonathan.
Oh, that is it.
Back in 2015, you are dealing with a master at politics.